was a warm and breezy Saturday morning in the small town of Maplewood. Birds chirped in the trees, and the sound of the church bells still echoed softly in the air. Inside a cozy house on Elm Street, 8-year-old Alex was already up and dressed in his cleanest t-shirt, excited. "Mom, can we go to the store now?" he shouted from the kitchen, trying to zip his little wallet into his jeans pocket. His mother, Mrs. Sarah Thompson, was tying her hair into a bun, getting ready for their usual weekend grocery run. She glanced at him with a smile. "You're ready already? It's not even 9 yet." Alex grinned. "I want to carry the bag today. I'm strong now." She laughed gently and handed him one of the reusable cloth bags. "All right, Captain Alex, but only the light stuff." "Deal, deal." They stepped out together. The sun peeked from behind thin clouds, and the streets were slowly coming alive. A man was sweeping his driveway, and a neighbor was watering her garden. "I'm helping my mom with the shopping today." "Good morning, Sarah," a neighbor greeted. "Morning, Carol," she replied with a polite nod. As they entered the noisy, colorful area, a wave of sounds and smells greeted them: the scent of fresh herbs, vendors calling out prices, soft country music from a nearby stall, and the smell of fresh donuts frying. Alex waved cheerfully at her. Carol smiled. Bright mangoes, shiny apples, piles of bananas, and watermelons stood in neat piles. "Looks like you've got a great helper." They walked about 10 minutes to the local farmer's market. "Mom, can we get donuts later?" The air was filled with the scent of cinnamon, pepper, and garlic. Alex sneezed loudly 3 times. The shopkeeper chuckled and handed him a small piece of dried apple. "Only if you help without complaining," she smiled. Their first stop was the fruit stand. Alex picked 2 mangoes, but make sure they're not too soft. Alex examined them carefully and proudly handed 2 over. "Nice pick," the vendor said. "You've got a good eye." "But that's the smell of Sunday dinner at home, with milk," she said, smiling. Next was the vegetable stall. Sarah checked the tomatoes for firmness, smelled the parsley for freshness, and chatted briefly with the vendor. Alex held the bag open as she dropped vegetables in. "It's getting heavy, Mom." "Real shopping builds real muscles," she teased. Then came the spice and grain stall for the brave little shopper. Alex grinned and munched happily while his mom picked up rice and beans. "I'll be waiting for that day, my little man. But for now, just walk beside me." The sun was higher, and the smell of lunch cooking filled the neighborhood. Alex's legs were tired, but he didn't say a word. He held the bag proudly, and his balloon bounced in the wind. They walked past the fish stand next. "Ew, it stinks. And I'll carry all the bags too." "It does," Sarah laughed. Finally, they went to the small grocery store for sugar, tea, and a box of chocolate chip cookies, Alex's favorite. "Can I have one now?" "Nope." On their way out, they stopped at the balloon vendor. "Pick one," she said. "Really?" Alex's eyes lit up. He picked a green balloon shaped like a sword. Holding it tightly, he looked up at his mom. "One day, Mom, I'll come to the market alone and buy everything for you." She touched his cheek lovingly. As they walked home, the streets were livelier. Back home, they unpacked everything on the kitchen counter. Alex flopped onto the couch. "Shopping is hard work." Sarah laughed. "Now you know why I always say I'm tired after going to the market." Alex looked up. "Do I get cookies and milk now?" "You sure do," she said, handing him a glass and a plate. And as they sat together, sharing cookies and milk, their bags were full, but so were their hearts, filled with small, special memories of a simple morning together.